Hey, coaches. Ryan Hyde here, hoping to make this as easy and convenient as possible to get all of your youth soccer information um, quick and efficiently. So, I'm going to roll through some things here. Hopefully, this gets everybody situated for the fall season. I figured this would even be easier than doing a video conference. So, when you're finished watching this video, just comment below the post. Um, that you've watched it. If you have questions, you can post those questions below the post as well, and I'll try to come back and answer them. So I sent this form to you that you're looking at right now. This is meeting notes for 2016. Read through this on your own. I'll just kind of fly through this. Got to be CAP certified. If you've done this before, all you have to do is renew. That is our child protection that we require for all of our adults that work with kids. If you have not done this, you need to get in the office as soon as possible and go through the training. It's a video, it's some paperwork, and then you're done. Concussion training. This is a state law. I have a link right there that will take you to the website where you can finish this. It's like a 45-minute little class thing that you have to take. You'll have to register. You'll have to purchase the class, but it's free, so you're not actually spending any money. At the end, I need a certificate that says you finished it, and that certificate is good for 3 years. Okay, youth soccer. So games start August 13th. We're hosting the 13th and the 20th. We're ordering more uniforms for U8 and U10. I should have these by August 10th, and they'll be the same uniforms, so we can mix around with the younger ones that we ordered last year if we need ones. Players will wear black shorts, black socks. We're not those are their responsibility to get. Just tell them to wear a pair of black shorts and a pair of black socks, and they'll be fine. The less writing or stripes on them, the better. If it's just pure black, that's the easiest. If it has a little bit, though, that's not the end of the world. Your fields are already painted and ready to go. You are in charge from here on out to keep the lines visible. It shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, we want to make the lines look really nice for our hosting dates on the 13th and 20th. Beyond that, we want to save paint, use as little as possible. It's obviously it hasn't rained much at all this year, so the grass isn't growing. The paint stays visible longer. The more we can save, the less I have to buy in the future. I already mentioned 13th and 20th roster limits. We'll talk about that later. Practice times, when your practice times are. A couple other notes, keep them moving. I got a lot of coaching resources for you all on the website. There's a page that says soccer coaching resources. You can look through some of that stuff. There are standards that I want you to try and direct your practices to. I'll show you a picture of those in just a minute. It's on the Google Plus page. I put a little example thing here. Your goal is having the ball at their feet for the majority of practice. Just showing up and scrimmaging, while occasionally is not a bad thing. If you do that all the time, that is a bad thing. Do not just scrimmage and go, that is the bulk of my coaching. We just ingrain bad habits. I mentioned that. So here's a change. The league follows U.S. soccer rules. They passed a couple rules this offseason. One of them I completely disagree with, and I tried to not have it implemented for our league, but I was in the minority with that opinion. So what that means, heading is no longer allowed in the county league. That's part of the concussion hysteria that's going on right now. So that's it. Like I said, I completely disagree with it, but it's a rule that we're going to have to follow. You're not allowed to head the ball. Period. Every age group, you can't head the ball. Someone kicks the ball into your face. I don't think the referee can call that. But if someone tries to head the ball, that is an indirect free kick. And again, I think it's ridiculous, but I'm not in charge of U.S. soccer. Okay. From kickoffs, the ball can go straight back. It no longer has to be tapped forward and then it can go back. You can directly pass it back to anybody else on your team. Okay, so we got those two changes down. Two links are on here. Coaching resources on the website, age level standards. You can see those through there. Again, pay attention to your standards. By the time they get to the high school, and I'm there now, but even if I'm not there someday, they should know certain things that is spelled out for you in the standards. Especially if you're a new coach, if you're new to soccer, you shouldn't feel like you're walking around in the dark. You've got like six targets that you want to find drills, and you can use these resources to find drills to target those different parts of the game. I think terminology is important. Um, call positions the same thing. Okay, back line, it's your back four. You got left back, center back, right back. That's it. Midfield, right mid, center mid, left mid. You could have an attacking mid if they play up a little bit farther up the field. A forward is called a forward or a target. I hear kids talk about runner a lot. Runner is not a soccer position. Nothing is called a runner. Don't call things runners. So just keep to that terminology. You could also talk about different passes, like a square. A square ball is directly to the left or the right. A drop brings the ball back. A through ball would be a pass ahead of a player. So just try and get some of that terminology, get the kids familiar with that so they don't get to different age groups, or, sometimes they get different coaches and they call the same thing different things, and it gets confusing. You can read 5 on your own. 6, be calm on the sidelines. Don't yell or dispute with referees. You got that. 1 call is how you're going to keep up with your team. Most of you are familiar with this. There's the procedure laid out right there for how you will use 1 call. Picture dates this year: August 15th, 3:30. That's for U6 and U8. That is 4 teams. The next day, August 16th, 3:30. That is U10 through junior high. That's also 4 teams. For the key, you're going to get a key. I'm going to put them actually today, just in about an hour. I'm going to go put them in the white cabinet at the property. I'll leave the equipment room unlocked for this week. First week of practices, leave the equipment room open so coaches can just walk in and they can grab their key. So take 1 key. Again, I'll put it inside that white cabinet. Grab 1 key. Keep it with you throughout the year. I will collect it again at the end of the year. Keep your stuff safe. Keep it locked up after this week. With the equipment, you'll see how it looks in the room. Please keep it like that. For you, I need to buy another bag for U8 since we split that team. And I think besides that, everything's in there. So just tell your we're gonna probably buy some soccer balls still this fall. Tell your kids to bring their own if they do have one. That'll certainly help. There's cones on the wall. Just take a set, put it back on the wall when you're done. There are pennies either in your bag or near your bag to share. Those will be yours. The top shelf in the equipment room is U12 junior high, then varsity. The bottom shelf has U6 on the left, and then through U10. So look at where your bags are, then keep track of them. Take your bags to games on Saturdays. For the first couple weeks, just leave your bags at the field. There's no reason to carry them with you since we play home the first 2 weeks. Okay, let me show you a couple other things really quick. Let me see how much time I have left on this because I only have 10 minutes to talk. If it will show me. No, I got 1 minute. Okay, this is the Google Plus page. This is what it looks like. On the Google Plus page, use this. There are categories on the side. Like you click soccer. You can do this on any mobile device. And like here's your coaching standards right here. You can click on those. They're posted inside the equipment room. And take a look at what your goals are and focus your drills on those goals. Make sure you report your scores to the local newspaper. I have a post on here. If you look right here, it has all the emails that you need to send your scores to, and more information. Here's a link to your rosters. And this right here is the Google Calendar, which will also have key events. So I've sent you links to all of this. Go ahead and respond to this video.